switch from 0 to 90 if you...
Back in October, the Jaguars dominated their first matchup against the Texans. Can Houston avoid the sweep? The answer comes your way next on EA Sports.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. A fairly short kick from the 14. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston. Winston now to throw on first down. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
On third down, Winston. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. Back deep, Deontay Harris. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Throwing on first down, Espinoza. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Eluding the pressure right. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this. A first down throw for Winston. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, this defense for the Jags, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
He gets this one to Johnson.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Jags grab it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them. Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harris. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Going for it all. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
On 4th down, Espinoza escaping the pressure right. And he picks up the first down.
start making industry music. They want me to count to y'all, but I ain't gonna count to y'all, cause y'all went there when they ain't had a ball. He touched 40, wonder how he felt watching his dog catch the ball. I had to tell my YG stop, he don't like to pass the ball. That chicken he's talking.
Back in Week 6, the Jaguars dominated their first matchup against the Texans. Can Houston avoid the sweep? The answer comes your way next on Madden Football.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston. On 1st and 10, Winston. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Espinoza flushed out right. And right away he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. Some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 12 carries, 51 yards and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Quiddy Pay. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up.
To throw on 2nd down. Espinoza got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On 1st and 10, Espinoza. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but now the 40 takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. A first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stopped him behind the line for the second straight play. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motions up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Operating from the gun, Espinoza. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Looking to throw, Espinoza.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Texans to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Jameis now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Winston. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Espinoza. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Jameis to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Espinoza. He gets it complete to Harris.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters on, my man.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Espinoza. That is caught. It's Uzomah. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air, 31 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Espinoza. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. Touchdown. Devontae Adams. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Texans with the football here late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go.
1st down, Winston.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. From the 27, Winston throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wallace. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and short yardage. Winston able to find Walter. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. He'll take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Looking deep for Adams.
And that nearly intercepted. The free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Open man is Uzama. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Don't let up!
So we've reached halftime. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fielded just outside. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Yeah, this will be a Jaguars first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Looking to throw. Espinoza. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Davante Adams with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From the 27, Winston. And his pass incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Espinoza. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And some space here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Back to throw. Espinoza. He's going to get this one down to Cook. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Looking to throw. Espinoza. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough legs.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 43-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And inside the 20 before it's brought down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Winston. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit. Able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Espinoza. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Flushed out right. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. Back to throw. Espinoza.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And now out comes Houston.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. And now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw is Winston. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Winston's throw complete here to Waller. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Winston now. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. He'll look downfield for Waller. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Cook, a 1st down and more. Fights through, and now a crease. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 75 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Looking deep for Adams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Texans are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. 2 minutes
left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Winston's throw caught there by Wallace. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. They go play action. Winston. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run it again with Cook. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Handoff comes to Cook. And some room to maneuver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll run for it with Cook. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Yeah, the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10, and he gets in. When no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jaguars,
they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.